Hello and thanks for your interest in AutoDoc HSE. AutoDoc HSE is a document delivery solution. To explain what that means, let's go back a step and look at the systems you already have. It's more than likely that you already have software that efficiently organises your data, something like an accounting application, for example. You can probably produce a statement run from your accounting application very quickly and easily at the push of a button. But once you've done that, what do you do next? As depicted here, all too often this kind of output still requires manual handling to get it where it needs to go. You may need to email 15 documents, fax another 20, print off 5 for posting, and then create backups of all 40 documents. So, despite having software to manage your data, you still need to manage the deliveries. This is where AutoDoc HSE steps in. In fact, it steps in at exactly the point where your other software leaves off, and then performs the deliveries of the documents for you. One of the main reasons people end up performing a manual administrative duty in the office is because they don't think a computer can manage that particular task. AutoDoc HSE was designed with this in mind, to provide an application that could determine what type of document is being delivered, and therefore what delivery methods and settings should be applied depending upon the content of the document. And this is exactly what AutoDoc HSE does. Using the statement run example, the system would email, fax, print, and back up the statements as applicable. Another reason people end up performing administrative duties is because they can add a personal touch, which is always a good thing. So we've provided for this as well. For example, consider an invoice. Notice we've highlighted key information here just for the purposes of this example. If a user sends this invoice to the AutoDoc HSE printer, and the customer's preferred delivery method for invoices is email, the system will send an email. And the email would look like this. You can see that even though all the user has done is press print, the email is specific to the document. The subject heading contains the document type and the customer's company name, and the body of the email contains the invoice date and the customer's account number. Any other information from the document could just as easily be included if needed. Similarly, the email signature includes the sender's name and phone number, and this is not hard-coded. So for example, if it had been you who pressed the print button, it would be your name and phone number appearing here. You'll also notice that the company logo has been included. This is included as part of the HTML email signature. You may also have noticed there is an extra attachment, a PDF document called Specials. This is a list of current specials, which has been included in the email simply because AutoDoc HSE is configured to include the current specials list with all outgoing invoice emails. And remember, all the end user has done to achieve all this is hit the print button in their accounting software. So, from a systems perspective, what is AutoDoc HSE exactly? Well, the system consists of 3 main components. The first is the configuration console, which is an application used to specify pre-configured settings relating to delivery methods. This is where, for example, you can tell the system that when it sends invoices via email, it should also include the latest list of specials. The second component is the virtual printer. This is really the only thing your end users need to know about to effectively use the system. Instead of printing to their usual printer, they just select the AutoDoc HSE printer and print to that. Once they've done that, AutoDoc HSE does the rest, leaving a staff to move on to their next task. The third component is the client viewer. This application can be installed on the workstations of the users who are using AutoDoc HSE and provides a log of their jobs, as well as some extra functions like a PDF converter for documents and images. So, how can it benefit you? By value adding. AutoDoc HSE operates as a peripheral tool, which just drops into your existing IT setup. You can use the system to automate document delivery from just about any existing piece of software, from your Office suite applications right through to enterprise accounting systems. You can improve organisational efficiency in the following ways. Paper savings. For example, you won't have to print things up just to fax them anymore. Time savings. Many of the tasks of traditional document delivery can be performed by AutoDoc HSE automatically. Standardisation of your outputs. The same delivery rules and settings can potentially be applied to all users. Conversely, there's also plenty of room for flexibility if you need different rules for different groups of users. You can make savings on transmission costs, since Streamline software also offers a message saver fax and SMS gateway service, which offers significant discounts on fax and SMS transmissions. And you can improve your customer relations by delivering documents in the format they want to receive them, in a consistent way, while still maintaining a personal touch. If you're interested in learning more about AutoDoc HSE, you may like to consider the following. You can download a free 30-day trial and have a play with it, in which case we strongly recommend you use the included Quick Start Guide to familiarise yourself with the system, and you may also like to check out our other introductory presentations. Thanks again for your interest.